After the video was exposed, it immediately sparked widespread criticism. Netizens accused the organizers of being cruel and inhumane, exploiting minors for profit, engaging in personal control, illegal adoption, and child abuse. Under the intervention of the police, the club was forcibly disbanded. However, when the children were sent away, they cried bitterly, claiming that they didn't want to leave. The story behind this raises questions about what truth is concealed. Let's rewind to July 2017. The two children in the video both come from the Daliangshan area in Sichuan. The club they belonged to was called Enbo Fighting. After media coverage, Enbo Fighting Club quickly became a hot topic. Enbo, the founder of the club, faced intense online criticism, with people questioning why he didn't send the children to school for education, but instead had them practice martial arts and participate in violent performances. Accusations were made that he had ulterior motives, exploiting the children for personal gain. Some even speculated that these children, if not educated, might become a menace to society in the future. As opposition and concerns grew, netizens called on local authorities, the education department, and the police to investigate the matter thoroughly, hoping to determine whether the children were being coerced. Under the pressure of public opinion, local police mobilized, conducting a detailed investigation at Enbo Fighting Club.
你被虐待了吗？被折磨你了吗？拐卖来的吗？骗来的吗？打你吗？什么必须得每天参加比赛吗？有出场费吗？就问这些东西嘛。
Faced with the camera, the children displayed frustration and unease.
爸爸死了，妈妈给家了。
你父母呢？
妈妈死了，爸爸在家里。
Many of them were orphans, having lost both parents or left unattended due to divorce. Enbo, himself from Aba Prefecture, had experienced the loss of his father at a young age. At 18, he discovered Sanda and eventually became a military police officer. Enbo, having excelled in single and double pole combat, decided to help the disadvantaged children he encountered during his military service. After accumulating funds through construction work post-service, he founded a martial arts Sanda club, providing free room and board for underprivileged and impoverished children. Enbo aimed to guide these children away from potential criminal paths. However, due to their non-local status, these children were unable to attend local schools without paying a substantial fee, which Enbo couldn't afford. Instead, he hired 2 teachers to provide basic education in addition to their daily martial arts training. Enbo occasionally took them to commercial performances and competitions to earn money for better food and nutrition. Although the training in the club was demanding, it provided the children with a stable living environment and a goal to strive for becoming successful fighters.
这些孩子无一例外都被劝退了。
就是外地来的孩子。一些需要什么暂住证，需要什么居住证。
Enbo hoped they could achieve recognition, even world championships, through martial arts and change their destinies. Despite the hardships, the children were no longer worrying about basic necessities. However, a video exposure disrupted their dreams, resulting in the club's forced closure. A month later, Enbo, at the center of the storm, granted an interview to address the public's misconceptions and vehement attacks. He vehemently denied using violence against the children and forcing them into training. He clarified that all the children were there voluntarily and that there was no restriction on their education. Enbo had hired teachers to educate the children, but due to financial constraints, they could only receive basic lessons in Chinese, mathematics, and morality.
攻击，他感到很是受伤，
非常心寒。做这些事儿，为什么还遭到这些人的攻击，或者是无中生有啊？
Enbo also disclosed that before establishing the club, he had cooperated with the government to run a Sanda team, participating in provincial, national, and Asian competitions.
来了以后嘛，我们也首先得考虑他们读书这个问题。我们在我们基地附近的这个团结镇，也找了几所所谓的初中，和小学5年级的，我们找了一些学校，解决孩子们的读书问题。先起了诬告，退回来了，说你们
他为什么要退回来呢？
成绩不好，甚至最后说一个学生要5万，3万。
这不是义务教育为什么？
没有那些他们总觉得他们没这个义务教育，你是外地来的孩子。
As the club gained fame and attracted more children, Enbo maintained specific standards for admission. Children from difficult backgrounds, interested in martial arts, and with poor academic performance. Many of these children had dropped out of school due to financial difficulties, making the club's recruitment legitimate. However, With media exaggeration and online participation, the situation spun out of control. Many insisted that the children should return home to study and criticized Enbo for his actions. Facing the overwhelming public opinion, they had no choice but to discuss with the children. However, upon learning they would be sent back to their hometowns, the children burst into tears, expressing their reluctance to leave. This emotional moment was captured on camera, but some unscrupulous media outlets deliberately manipulated the narrative, only highlighting the children saying it was tough and exhausting, omitting their genuine desire to stay. This emotional moment was captured on camera, but some unscrupulous media outlets deliberately manipulated the narrative, only highlighting the children saying it was tough and exhausting, omitting their genuine desire to stay.
为了我们将来的路，为了更好走，我们赶紧是帮我吧。
The relentless online hate deeply affected Enbo.
很难受，毕竟2年了嘛，孩子们不想走，
都不想走。
不想走。我说我不会主动让你们走的。
Who, despite facing adversity, maintained his commitment to the children's welfare.
也是为了自己的梦想，很应该啊，我感觉。
每天
不可能我在老家那个，如果我这次回去老家，那我还是去打工那些啊，我不想回去。
最终小吴的话被恶意剪掉，只留了一句好累。小吴对此很是气愤。
因为那些人那个有点冤枉干爹那种，把干爹说的跟很坏似的，我好讨厌他。
Through the collective efforts of local police, the education department, and well-meaning individuals, the orphans were eventually sent back to their hometown in Daliangshan to continue their compulsory education. Despite being separated from the club, 2 promising children, Zhao Wu and another named Aji, did not abandon their dreams. Zhao Wu returned to Enbo Fighting Club, continuing his training with the aspiration of representing the country in the UFC. Aji, forcibly sent home, remained determined to pursue a professional athletic career through his own efforts. As the truth gradually emerged, public opinion underwent a dramatic shift. Initially critical voices now praised Enbo for his kindness and selflessness. The prevailing sentiment became that the children should return to the boxing gym to pursue their dreams, as it seemed to be their only way out. The initial condemnations of Enbo transformed into admiration for his genuine intentions. This incident serves as a reminder that making decisions for others without understanding their circumstances can lead to unwarranted consequences. Hopefully, people will refrain from being easily swayed by public opinion, manipulated by those with malicious intent, and making decisions under the guise of righteousness without tangible contributions to charitable causes. The Enbo Fighting Club, after weathering the storm, has successfully collaborated with local authorities, securing official accreditation as a sports school. Now, the Enbo Fighting Club is growing steadily, having adopted a more comprehensive approach to cultural, scientific, and educational aspects for the orphans it shelters. Enbo Fighting, once targeted by public outrage, has emerged from this ordeal as a testament to the importance of not succumbing to misguided judgments and rushing to conclusions without understanding the full context.